Hi there, and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. Again, a beautiful day here in the nature, and it's been freezing over the last night a bit, not much, and a little bit of snow, tiny little bit, and the sun is shining from where I stand. But when I look on the other side of the sky, there's some serious gray skies here, and I want to pull myself back not too long from here, not too long from now, and try to avoid to get a pretty snowstorm over my head here. But that comes to the topic of pulling back, and you probably read it already in the title, that you are allowed to pull yourself back when you see things are necessary, when you think it's necessary for you, and you're not harming anyone with it. And on top of that, you don't even always have to explain yourself. And yes, I also believe personally that it also involves, is when you are involved in a relationship. Because after all, you are supposed to be yourself and you're supposed to be feel at ease in your relationship. And if you feel the need to pull back a little bit because things are getting over your head, or you just need some time to reflect to more than what you have now, then that has nothing to do with your partner or the other relationship you are in, but it's for yourself. And of course, you also have a relationship with yourself, which is many times overlooked and overseen, which makes you feel very, well, maybe on edge, or it gives you anxiety, and you don't even really know why or what it's about. So I know that when I had a partner one time that I'm no longer with the person, that would think I have a double agenda within the relationship if I would pull back a little bit and not wanting to explain why. It doesn't mean you're doing wrong things or you want to do wrong things, but you just also have to trust the other person that she or he is setting a boundary, and just respect it without the initial or immediate explanation. Perhaps that will come later. So if there is a trust in your relationship as well, then I think you should be at ease, and you yourself can pull yourself a little bit back if that's what you want or if you feel you need to do. But before I'm going to talk more about the topic, I'm going to share with you the surroundings here, the nature where I am here, and I hope you like the views. A little tip: when if you are watching this on your mobile, but it's also very nice to watch this scenery here on TV. So I'm going to flip the screen, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so this is when I flip my screen. It's very nice to still see you here, and you're going to join me here on my walk here. And you see, I like nature, but as I always say, the sky is also a part of nature for me, and I'm always intrigued by it. So I'll show you some beautiful sky here as well. Now, I think even 2 minutes ago, I talked about the gray sky, which seems to be vanishing all of a sudden. It's amazing how things can really change in the sky, and yeah, how apparently clouds can pull themselves back as well. So coming back to the topic here of you're allowed to pull back or to step back rather, without explaining yourself for it immediately, and I don't know about you, but I have come sometimes to points also within a relationship that I want to step back a little bit, and I don't want to avoid it, or there's nothing wrong with it, or nothing wrong with my relationship at the time. Um, but it's just I think it's just a little bit of wisdom, because you are aware of that you need to step back for yourself a little bit, and need some little bit more time to reflect on things. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you don't, well, if there is a good trust between you and your partner, or any other kind of relationship, friendship, then it should be possible. That's my opinion, anyhow. And I'm sure that there's people who won't agree with it. And well, that's all, of course, up to you, because everybody can have their own opinion on things. And but this is what my channel is about. I share my experiences and my insights and things I have been going through or are about to go through, or sometimes I'm still in the middle of it. And well, maybe these words resonate to you, what I'm sharing here with you. And yes, I hope it means something to you. And if not, I just still hope you join me for the walk and watch the scenery that I'm showing you here. But coming back to the topic, that I think for a long time I thought what stepping back was wrong, was the wrong thing to do. And maybe you have that too, and then you worry about how it looks and for other people, and you wonder what you owe to other people, or you feel still the urge somewhere along the line to explain, or to soften, or to justify yourself. But I'm getting a little bit, well, I'm not getting old. Well, I hope I get old, but I'm 63 at the time and now, and I don't know if you can call it still midlife or just a little bit beyond midlife, but there's a moment that you start to realize that when your dynamic no longer fits, and not because someone did something terrible to you within your relationship or friendships, but because the way you relate has evolved, and that has consequences in how you feel and how you want to deal with things. So stepping back does not always come from conflict or anything like that. I think even it's the opposite. Sometimes it comes from clarity, because you might feel that this constant availability is draining you, and that emotional responsibility has quietly become expected from you, and that explaining yourself keeps you involved in conversations you sometimes you don't want to manage no longer, or situations you're in, or things to do, or sometimes it's even about just simple things in life. Just what are you going to do today? What shall we do today? And you might have a total different thing or idea about it, but you feel guilty, and you're going to do that day what the other person wants, and you put your own thing aside. But as I said, you have to step back sometimes, and yeah, choose for you in that respect. It's because explaining yourself also why you're stepping back. Um, I believe it involves conversations. As I said, you don't want to manage anymore, and so you pause. And yes, I even think within a relationship, you respond a little bit less, and you create a little bit of space, and that space doesn't require a full speech or a full explanation of you, because I think I believe that mature relationships, they don't need this constant explanation, and it might feel strange in the beginning, but I think it's an adult thing to learn, to grow into, both of you. And you know because it can hold quiet shifts, and a mature relationship can survive also distance even, and you can adjust yourself, I think, and get the best out of it and get the most out of it, but sometimes in a different way than the years before, and nothing wrong with that. So stepping back, I don't believe it's an unkind thing to do to the person you're in a relationship with, and I think it's just an honest thing to do, because why should you fake your contentment? Why should you fake your happiness? Why should you fake your yeah your good feeling, your good vibe from yourself, from within? Why should you compromise on that? And as I said, I believe stepping back sometimes a little bit. I don't mean total withdrawal, of course, but I mean stepping back a little bit sometimes is really not unkind. It's honest, and honesty don't always doesn't always use these words, rather. And well, that's of course my modest opinion about the situation. You might feel differently about it, or you might agree with it. It's of course totally up to you. And but if you want, you can share some comments and give your insights on the topic. That will be very nice, and I will read it. And it's always nice to see somebody else's opinion or insight about it. And it's interesting. We can learn from each other. So if it resonates to you, then let me know. If it doesn't, you can also let me know. No problem. It's welcome. It's all welcome, really. And in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed the scenery here. It's a little frozen. It's not a lake. It's far from a lake, but I don't know how you call this in English. Actually, just a little bit of water anyhow, which is frozen. And anyhow, coming back to withdrawing, if you feel the need for space right now, just trust that impulse. That's my advice. If I'm in any kind of position to give you advice, because I'm not an expert here. As I said, I'm just sharing my opinion and my insight here. And you can also calm yourself from inside, and stop feeling guilt for if you want to do it, because you're not withdrawing totally. You're just recalibrating how you relate to many things, and even your partner. And that's nothing concerning. It's on the contrary, I think it's a healthy thing to do. So yeah, I think it's even a part of you're just growing wiser, and isn't that what it's all about? When we are aging, we're going wiser. So anyhow, I'm uh, I'm going to wish you a very nice day, And I hope to see you in my next video. I hope in the meantime you take care of yourself, take very good care of yourself and your loved ones. And you can subscribe to my channel. I will posting daily my videos, or not, just watching it, and or whatever it is you're choosing. I do hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.